Hey guys, um, I hate to admit it, but we were doing a little thing on Friday where I walked around and I clapped my hands. They all had their eyes shut, and I walked around. I clapped my hands, trying to get them to be able to identify where the sound came from, because that, of course, was leading into our lesson for today. How do you hear sound? Um, and then that led to some conversations. Which then led to me forgetting to turn on the iPad so that I could record it. So I apologize for that. But the conversation, the reading is very short. Is if you take out the pictures and the little experiment that we conducted, you probably got about a page and a half of reading. Simple. So I'm just going to let you read that. I just wanted to give you a little introductory here. Tell you a little bit about what we talked about in class, which was primarily uh, the way the way I walked around the classroom and I clapped, everyone could point to where I was every time, even with their eyes closed. And that was, of course, because your ears will funnel in the sound. Um, and you have two ears, not just to help hold up glasses, but because one ear will actually, if something is coming from the right side, your right ear will hear it first. Your left ear hears it, but your right ear will hear it first. That's how you can determine direction that it came from. So all of this was, and then that led us to talk about how wonderfully made we are. Um, how sometimes we forget that. We just take everything so much for granted um, that we forget the detail that God put into us. And it's just amazing. And as you read through this is what I want you to be thinking about. I want you to be thinking about um, how, when we talk, of course, it vibrates up through our trachea, up through the larynx, breaks the air outside of our mouths, and it becomes that longitudinal wave which compresses and goes until it reaches someone's ears, which then acts as a funnel and brings it into the canal, which vibrates the eardrum, which then causes the hammer to hit the anvil, and the anvil shakes the stirrup, and the stirrup then kind of bounces off of the cochlea, which is full of fluid and has little hairs in it, and that sends a message down the auditory nerve to the brain, and the brain then determines what it is we're hearing. And all that happens just boom, just that quick. Um, but all that detail just so that we can hear something. And when we get into talk about how do we see, we'll talk about the same thing because all that is pretty amazing. I just noticed how big my eyes got when I said that. But all of that is amazing. So this is what we've been talking about a little bit all year, and I just want to take this opportunity to kind of go over that again. God is in the details. You know, you're going to run into people as you get older that will try to convince you that God doesn't exist because they can't see him as a physical being. Tell them to open their eyes. How do they not see him? Okay, just look at the details in your body, how wonderfully made you are. Look at the birds, the trees, all the plants, just everything. It's just all animals, everything in nature is just incredible. The details that was put into each and every little insect, and right up to the eagle and the blue whale. It's just amazing. Um, and we talked a little bit earlier this week about beauty, how we should find beauty in everything, art, music, nature, just everything. And I just encourage you, if you've never done it, go out and lay on a grassy hill in the springtime and just watch the clouds float by and pick out all the different shapes that they make and things like that. But just enjoy God's beauty because it's all around us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the read. Um, there is a short video that kind of helped explain it a little bit. I'm going to include a handout because one of you, I'm not sure if you picked your book up yet or not, and I don't want you to not have the access to the reading. So I'm going to include that um, so that, and then you'll just have, I think there's like 6 questions. Pretty simple assignment. So I hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you all live and in person again soon. Okay, bye-bye.